Hello, good day, good day. Welcome to yet another stream in Sky Factory 4. Just chilling here in the house, looking around, hanging out. Made a couple little tiny alterations today. Maybe even a secret thing, but I can't talk. Mostly, I took a suggestion on Alexa Bliss for Life, and I added some of these cabinets as closets in the bedroom. I think those very, very cool. A little bit of something added instead of having chests over here. This is where I'm going to put like armor, so it's like clothes, and then and this still has secret stuff I can't show you. I just wanted to. Okay. I also went ahead in the closet. I moved that backwards because it looked weird sitting in the middle. Just a thing. Didn't do a whole lot here, but I did do a little bit of stuff today. Not a lot, and I have some very special projects to start working on. First, let us go to the archive. So I finally successfully finished in getting one of every player model available. Got everybody in here. Oh, I forgot to close the glass on this guy. Look at him trying to sneak out that hole. I decided to put their little heads on pedestals. I thought that looked better than just sticking it on the glass. But we've got everybody in here. It worked out perfectly. I had exactly enough cages, except for our short one. So what I've done is I put Bacon Donut and Darkosto together in this middle one, because I thought that would... Yes. All the different player models have been captured. Very interesting when I started working on that, because as I was grabbing them, it stopped making copies. It only gave me ones I needed for the longest time until I got down to the last 2 or 3. Even though it won't let me change their names with a name tag, I still had to use a name tag on them to keep them from despawning. So if you're ever trying to capture one of these dudes and you want to keep them, have to use a name tag on them, and it won't change their name. You just have to hit them with them. Did that. That took a little bit of time. Get on back on. Okay, so today we're going to finish up getting these last 2 stupid ME drive things. I have been cranking out these processors for a couple of days now. I have what? Let's take a look. I have 12,000 of the yellow ones. I got 15,000 of the diamond ones and 4 of the calculation. We're going to knock that advancement out here pretty quick. Get those 2 done. So I'm excited with that. And then we can tear out this monstrosity. I got all the other ones taken down. I left the batteries in there because we may need those for what we're going to work on today. And then I've got another project. I don't know if we'll get to this today. But I took someone's suggestion. I'm building a food court. I think that's going to be... I have a couple different restaurants here. And then I'm going to have different food items for sale at each one. This is going to be Draven's. For exactly which one this is yet, but each one's going to be laid out a little bit differently inside. Place to eat. I'm going to have some more over here. I just haven't finished up yet. But I was working on that today. I'll have some path leading. Then it's going to be able to lead off in this direction because we're going to build many, many more. What's up, Teeter? And let's see who's all here today. Walt's here. Rob, good day. Panda, Teresa, always happy to. Comrade Austin, Muse Maze, I do remember you. Hello, Teeter. That's okay. Haunted Forest? Oh, yeah, the Haunted Forest is all done. Pretty much. It does everything I need it to do. Except I forgot to close the door. Rude. But Old McDraven's farm is going well. There's the food court. But today, we're going to mess with the mod that I don't mess with very while flipping around in the... have discovered some things that I did not quite know existed, and now I must learn to make them. I have also been tasked to learn or to come up with an automation for 2 other processes that aren't really hard, but I've never really automated them, so we're going to see what goes with that. The first one is, can we automate apiary with the honeycomb production and automate it into wax? beeswax specific. So beeswax is used. Oops. Beeswax is used in well, a bunch of different things. Mostly the candles, a whole lot. The candles are really the two things you need for. There's a couple different candles, but they look very cool. You can light them, and they're aesthetic. So if somebody wanted to know how to do that. And then the other one that I'm going to work on, I've made it a couple times, and that is crystallized amber. Automating the amber process. I don't think it's going to be too hard, to be honest. The only thing I worry about is getting the gold nugget part automated. That's a compact machine, potentially. We're going to see. We're going to fiddle with those two things today. We're going to see if we can automate those two processes after we finish this advancement. And then, like I said, the thing that I want to jump into, that I've not really messed with much, is actually where you find a lot of that stuff we just talked about. And that is the Rustic mod itself. So in Rustic, there's a lot of cool things, alchemic condensers, brewing barrels, and fun things. But what's more important than any of that, check this out: olive oil, ironberry juice, wildberry juice, grape juice, apple juice, ale wort, honey, bottle of ale, cider, iron wine, mead. Look at all the beverages. Wildberry wine, bottle of wine. And then all these cool elixirs that do things as well. Those are okay. The beer and the wine, these are the things that intrigue me. I must learn their processes and learn to make them, which involves, looks like, crushing tubs and things like that. So we're going to mess with that a little bit and see if we can make some beverages, because I will need them for one of my food court stores, I'm sure, because here in my food court, alcohol is for sale. But more importantly, I would need those for my kitchen, because as I mentioned before, in the kitchen in Draven's house is going to have one of every type of food item available. Let's see, I very much suggest buying and playing Dyson Sphered Project. Is that a mod pack? Oh, I'm interested. You can open a server for everyone, or is that not something you see yourself doing? No, Teeter, unfortunately, I do not. And the reason being is, financially, it's just not feasible. Opening up a server and allowing thousands of people come in would be overwhelmingly expensive. Just straight up honest. The memberships pay for the servers. Now that we have 75 members, I can afford to have 2 servers. But for those folks who are supporting it, it's kind of their access. I just, unfortunately, don't have really the ability to support. As it is, we run into some crash problems with the 15 to 10 people that are playing on it now. You add in 1,000, and the amount of RAM that would be required for that is just beyond anything this channel could have, at least anytime in the near time. So yeah, unfortunately, no, I don't think there'll ever be a public one. I'll be honest with you, it's very few streamers I know have a public one, unless they're, which I'm a huge guy, but not a. All right. So let's see. All right, so we're going to knock this out. Let's get this stuff done. I'm tired of looking at everything and anything that is ME. So let's go in here. We got the first one done. Old storage ROM. I bought this keyboard because I'd rubbed off the WASDA, and I've had this 4 months, and I rubbed off the WASDA. I guess I just have acidic fingers that I did not realize. But things happen. So we've done the regular storage. I need to do fluid and gas. I believe we started with fluid, yes. So let us continue with fluid some. I have many a things. I may need to get some more fluix crystals, but I can pull those out of... I can pull those. Go ahead and make what we can and see how far we can get with it, and we can finally be done with these. Next, take... Ooh, this is using a lot more calculation than a calculation press. So it's an easy fix. We'll figure out that one. This one, 9 of those. Ooh, wow. 3 of those. Oh my God. 3 there? Wow. Ocean Man got the advancement for that. That was way quicker than I thought it was going to be. Odd. Let me get in there. I did. Oh, the other one's a 16. I did not realize that fluid and gas don't need as much. I've made way too many of these processors. Wow. Okay, well, cool then. I'm all about that. 2 down. Let's get the third one done. Where's gas? You know, my gas. That's stinky. Oh, we'll need Fluix Crystal. Let's do that first. Fluix. Bunch of these in here. Ooh, not in there. I just put them back where I got them. That's not going to help anybody. Hopefully you're all having an okay weekend so far. Talk about what I've got planned. So, because my life is just exciting. I'm going to stream here tonight. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, I'll be streaming again for the next episode of the test drive. I have a couple that I'm looking at. I'm going to kind of check after this stream tonight. I'm going to do just a little fiddle. I know that we're doing the roguelike, I think it's Adventures in Dragons, I correct name. But I'm kind of torn between a couple ones for the second one. So I've had a few really cool suggestions made. We'll see. I've got 2 of those tomorrow. Yes, I'm doing fine, except my mom has COVID. Ouch. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I've got some good friends that have recently hit well. And thank you, Muse. I appreciate that. Hey, Turtle. What up? What up, Slice? We just got our second one of these things, and now we're working. Now we're working on our third. Give me all your yellow, all your dyes and colors too. You missed the archive, Turtle. I will have to show it to you later. All right. These. Woohoo. That actually may be enough now that we're. Where I did not realize this one. More yellow. Oh, I need all the yellow. Okay. Tons of yellow. Let me get that going. Let's see. Family game night tonight. Excellent. Oh, not a problem at all, Turtle. You'll have to let me know what game are you playing. Intrigued to know. Inquiring minds are inquiring. You'll be playing this evening. Let's see. Yeah, definitely, Peter. Hope your families are up to date on that. Very, very bad. Let's see if that's it. Probably not. Probably need more. Yellow. Okay, that's all those. Whoops. Oh, I must be missing a step. What am I missing? That one. Then that one. Uh-oh. One short. Yep. Okay. A little bit more. A little bit more yellow. Let's see. I was playing Telestrations. Spontaneous. Poetry. Well, I've never heard of any of those games, except for Monopoly. I don't have any option. You have to know. Like a fact of life. I've not played a lot of the specialty Monopoly. I know they make a bunch. Never played a specialty Monopoly. Only played regular. I did recently, just earlier this past year, buy a new copy of the Game of Life, which is a game. They've made some real big changes to that. I wasn't aware. It's still cool. Do I get the advancement? Oh, this one is going to make me put in a disc. Okay. The other one, it didn't. Okay. Gas storage housing. 3 of these. Give me this. That and that. Advancement! Excellent. We have finally completed those 3 annoying advancements. It's not spontaneous. 3 in the morning. Oh, that's all right, Patrick. I understand. Awfully late for you. Lunchtime there. Well, that's good to hear. Hey, Noel, what's going on? Oh, well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Let's clean up this stuff real quick and get it out of here. A lot of redstone. Where's my remote? I don't. Keep throwing my remote in here. let's see. The other one you also made. Yeah, the physical one, it did the liquid one was the only one that it didn't. Oh well. Unhappy about it. Work. Stuff. Play. Oh, more redstone. Everything's going in there. I did do a little bit of inventory management. Went back into my compact machine and cleaned up or made files for all the stuff I hadn't made in a while. Some of these things I'll fix. Get up what I can. Out of the way. More room to play. Because today we must learn how to make beer. Other wines. Whoa! Ooh, I had a lot of them. Remote. I had a lot of silicon. Because that's the thing that everything needed silicon. Load everything. That's good enough for you. That gives us some to work with. Oh, excellent. All right, let's see what we got here. My time zone is Eastern Standard Time. It is 9:45 for me. Did I say Patrick? I meant Patricia. I apologize. I pronounced it incorrectly. Glancing back and forth. I'm sorry for that. About to play a game, so bye. All right. Have a good one, Noel. Grinding away at 24 by 20 vision. Hey, Dustin. That's not a time-consuming, but it's not a horrible one to do. I haven't done that yet on this server myself, or my world myself, but it's... Hello, Brave. Your dad would love the rustic mod. I think I'm going to. We are going to have some beverages. All right, so I'm going to work on one of the automations first, then we're going to mix with beer, then we'll do the other automation. So I'm going to start with honey, or wax, if you will. Because the apiary itself, pretty easy to make. I've already gone in and I've EMC'd everything from rustic that's EMCable. So, apiary, I'm going to do tutorials on this because these are things I've never done either. So, or never done tutorials on. So, apiary, excellent. Now we need a bee. Two ways to get the bees. One is that you can go to the lost cities, and occasionally on trees you'll find beehives. Break those and you'll get a bee. Okay. Or you can buy them from the marketplace, which oddly enough is from Rustic. Who'd have thunk? So those cost poppies. So grab poppies here. Stack of bees, because you can't empk. The more you have, the better off you are. That's my view on everything in life. There's some 8. Be a full. I think they reproduce. All right, so basically, this is easy. You put the bee in, the bees make honey. The more bees you have, the faster it makes honey. Not, again, the most challenging thing, but can we automate the removal of honey and not remove the bees? That's the question I've been asked. Find out. Sadly, honey combs cannot be emptied, but be cooked. Our friendly neighborhood smeltery. Oh, that's the enriching factory. I forgot. I took out my smeltery. Advanced smelting factory. Sorry, we had replaced that because I needed to do the stuff for the horrible stuff. We back in. Probably gonna have to reset everything. Output up top. Oh, maybe not. Try to be good. Good. Cool. So you're putting that in and cooking honeycombs gives you beeswax. Pretty much that simple. So see if we can find a way automate that. I don't think is going to be too hard. We're going to use an energized smelter because pulling things in and out of a traditional oven, what's the tech? Sucks. Just not fun. It's not easy to do. It's challenging. And why do that to ourselves? So let's start with some energy cables. Let's get this guy some power. app. Technical name for doing things. Oh, we will not. Oh, look at that. Already at 3 honey. Excellent. Need to break them. Give me this. I'm going to assume that I'm going to use traditional cables. That guy in there and that guy in there, because we need to find out whether or not I'm going to pull out the. That's going to be input on output on the right hand side. Good. Energy. Power. May not pull things in, so we have to try. Do I have this? Items. Freaking. All right, let's try this. Them for a minute. Try putting a chest down there. See if it'll connect to the chest. L. Okay, so the chest connects. Okay, connected now. Let's see if we can get that to work. All right, it is not pulling anything out, unfortunately. Just real quick, make sure it's going to actually cook. It is. I don't have it sped up at all, but I really don't need that. Let's see. Gotta head to bed. All right, Panda, have yourself a good evening. And yes, Patricia, the wife is doing well. I bought her a anime thing for her birthday and gave it to her earlier, so she enjoyed that. Let's see. It says, likes the restaurant too. Excellent. Okay, so it cooks, doesn't pull. That is a potential problem. Let's try fixing that. Won't pull out of that itself. So let's grab our chest again. I don't know my chest. We'll pull from the chest. Hopper it out. There. Okay. All right. Let's try this. Honey disappeared. He is in the chest. Is it being pulled from the chest? That's odd. Even if it wasn't connecting, it should still pull it into the transfer now. In case I got... Oh, it pulled a bee out. Aha, it was clogged. Huh. So it was pulling a bee out of the apiary. That's why it was... Okay. Not pulling the bee, which is important. It's, some of your honey. Being pulled down, being pulled in. Okay. Working. So that's easy enough. And then on this side, you would just basically put the chest. There. Table. I figured this one would be the easier of the two to put together, but, you know, it never hurts to check. Start up. Goes that. Right into your system. Okay, cool. Let's see. Rustic thermodynamics. Oh, yeah, it's possible there. Like I said, I was... And I always try as best as possible to use the most basic materials when automating something to be able to allow someone to be able to make the item as early in the game as possible. So that's why I thought I'd try a hopper first to see if that works. Because if it does, here's two. That seems to be fun. Now I'm going to try this. Now that I know that a hopper works, I want to see if an item extraction cable will pull it directly down, even though it wouldn't pull it directly in. Again, I'm concerned, coming from the bottom, it may only pull honey and not the bees. 43 bees. So my bees are increasing because they do multiply. You know them bees. Get over here and grab this. This thing produces honey pretty fast. So that in here. It immediately disappeared. It's immediately in there. Okay. So feasibly, this setup will work. I still want to see if I can pull up the middleman. Let me do this, do this, do this. Go in here. I blacklist bees. Wait, that should no longer be an issue if it will connect. Here again, throw in the honey, bees, blacklisted, still not pulling out the honey. So I guess that the extraction cable can't pull it from there. So that's number 2. Actually, test number 5, probably. All right, I need some block. Give me. Some just basic movable blocks. That was not the word I meant to say. Nope. I just don't feel like messing with it. That out. Wouldn't pull it from side. Well, it pull it bottom. We saw it was pulling from the bottom before. Again, we're going to blacklist bees to be on the safe side. Scary. Miss, because we fail at everything. Then we're going to pick it up again. Try to get it right. Now we got it in here. Bees. Wax. That pulled the wax out. Okay. All right. Good sauce. So that's the setup then. So in order for the apiary to pull the items out, it's best to blacklist bees. You probably don't have to. I'm going to try in a minute to, before we shut it down, to not do that. But I believe this is a pretty easy setup. As long as you have any type of energized smelter, should be pretty cake to pull that off. So it's easy to automate wax. So that was a very easy one. That's a tutorial I can put out because someone had asked me that. That was actually, I got 2, first time in forever. I rarely get people who submit requests via the email on the bottom of my website, and I got 2 this week, both anonymous. But this was one of them, and the other one was Amber, and it was pretty cool. I never really messed with either. She's a fan of anime. Yes, she's really a fan of manga. She likes reading. My wife is a librarian by trade. So she's a reading fiend, but as she burns through them so quickly, she decided to start watching some of the anime as well. So this weekend I'm going to get her a subscription to Crunchyroll, so that way she can start watching those specifically. But I got her this, she wears a sleeping mask when she sleeps, and it's from this like Demon Hunter or something. There's this girl with a stick in her mouth. It's her eyes. She thought it was cute. Fan of anime too. Recently watched Terror on Renaissance, which is good. Wolf Children. If she's more into calm or emotional. No, she's into horror. Horror is her favorite thing. Hello, Shiny Bacon. Love that name. Excellent. Well, that was a pretty easy automation. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go ahead and jump right into doing the amber one before we mess with beer. That way we're good. That's correct. Yes. So we got apiary. The hard thing is, again, you want to make sure that this is coming out the bottom. So if it's on the side, it won't pull either. So coming out the bottom is what's... and then into any type of smeltery system, and then pulled into here, which you could then have going into the storage medium of your choice. Do Funimation, not Crunchyroll. That's the one that she asked for. I guess a lot of the ones she was wanting to see are on there. I'm not sure. But I will let her know about Funimation as well, in case she did not know. And she can look into that as well. Let's see. Horror. Yeah, horror's her thing. Horror movies in general are her things. Hello, Bragg. What's going on? Her favorite, try Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul is one of her favorites. Yes. The 3 that she reads the most right now is Tokyo Ghoul, One Punch Man, and Black Butler. Those are her 3 favorites right now. Stranger Things, the TV show. No, she didn't like that at all. She likes more of the classic, what I would call campy horror, but Attack on Titan. I've heard her talk about that one. All right, let's throw away what we've got in here so we can start from scratch. I'll grab onto this. There. So now the next step we want to mess with is amber. we're looking for. Or, I always forget the actual. There it is. Crystallized amber. Made from an alloy of raw materials, elemental magic, and liquid gemstone. Ooh. An ingot former into crystallized amber. So that's obviously the easiest way to do it. That removes the ability or the need for the golden nuggets, which the golden nuggets would be the hardest part to automate. Not hard as in difficult, but hard as in time consuming. And I'd like to make this as simple as possible. Acacia wood makes it. Doesn't make it a lot, but it makes it. And that's the important part. Because we're looking for how to do this with the easiest and most simple materials possible. So we're going to need an acacia sapling. Acacia sapling. Do I? An acacia sapling? Intriguing. Buy one. Acacia. What do you want? Emerald. Go plant one of those. I did not know I didn't have one of those trees running at this. Market. Who's my market guy? I forget. Matt Damon. Oh, yeah. I liked him too much. I didn't want to lose him. That's why he's still sitting over here. There's 64. Probably have already emptied it. I did. I could have just grabbed it out of it. I always forget. All right, so I'm going to need that. I'm going to need a chest. Bonsai hopper. Bonsai. Bonsai hopper. Regular hopper? Oh, hold on a second. I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to sneeze. I scared my kitties. Sorry, guys. I'll need some mulch. Let's grab blue mulch. That way we can speed through this. The process will work with any of the mulches, so we're not really messing with something that won't work. So we're going to start here. That. Running. Right. There. Going to need a trash void. Extraction cable. You. I'm looking for the wood only. You there. Crank you to 64. Blacklist the wood. Here. That's not. Oh, it might actually. Whitelist the wood. Okay. So that's the first part. Now we have the wood popping out. There. It's not pulling it in. Dang it, that means something else already clogged. Now that we've... Give me a second. Just to avoid clogging. This. Whitelist. Now I can throw it. I've done that. Oop. That's working. So now we need to actually melt the stuff. So for that, we're going to need a melter. Ready? I do. Excellent. Also need a... Don't have... Lava. Here. Fix that. Brick. And another reason I'm putting this over here is because I don't have... Lava. Here. Lava. Melter. That's already working. Cranking the acacia wood out should start giving us some juices. Let me see. I missed some chat here. Let's see. Anime Parasite. She hasn't mentioned that one. Helsing. Yes, she's mentioned that, but she's having a hard time finding the mangas. She said that's a hard one. D&D coming up soon. Still working on it. Now I'm back to work. It's slowing things down a little bit. Tell her about The Promised Neverland. Ooh, I'll tell her about that one. Devilman. Devilman is one of the few animes that I actually watch. At least the original. That one, Yeah, I think I got that one and Yurosaka Doji were the first two I ever saw. Well, they're good. Yeah, she's really excited about the One Punch Man. Dragon Titan manga is worth reading. Okay, I'll let her know. She may have. I'm not sure. I know she's mentioned it. No, you're fine. You're fine, Patricia. She posts them on her what she gets on her Instagram and her Twitter. If you ever want to follow her on there and shoot her suggestions, I'm sure she'd appreciate it. Extraction out of the assembler for amber. That is what that is correct. Next thing we're gonna do is the fluid cable. Should pull the fluid out just fine. Cranked up. And then, if I remember correctly, as I always do, I can't back that. Solidifier uses gold nuggets. Don't want that. We want an ingot former. That way we don't have to use the gold. Oh. I don't. Yes. What world do we live in that Draven does not have an ingot former? Oh, already had one of those. Okay. Former. That. We have. Okay. Again, this is me forgetting to even see if I've already made them in the. That needs no power. Excellent. It does want some upgrades though. Let's do this a little faster. Upgrades. Stack of those. Stack of those. Well, I guess it really doesn't need the power one since it doesn't use any. There. Then we'll grab us another chest. Oh. And here we go. Automated crystallized amber. Again, not a hard one to put together. I've never needed it enough to spend the time to do it. But that's two pretty easy processes. This one's great. It doesn't even need electricity. As soon as you can make these two components, you're ready to go. Again, I don't really use this for anything. But I guess crystallized obsidian. Oh, the vision helmet needs that. And the sword of atrophy. I forgot there's a couple things in here that actually need that. Some of the interesting swords do. Blocking shoots a slowness splash potion. Blocking shoots an ender pearl. Oh, you need that for the engraved thunder. I enjoy the engraved thunder. That's probably one of my favorite. This, okay. All right. Grants night vision. Also not bad. All right. Good deal. So here we go. Two, again, pretty easy processes. And something that both of those could be done relatively early in the game. A smelting process. I feel like I should try to see if I can do this with a regular furnace. Again, if it's possible to dumb it down even a little bit more, where it doesn't require the smelter, it might be more beneficial to people. It's hard to get it to pull stuff out of here without it grabbing the coal too. See, it grabs the coal. That's why I can blacklist it. I guess would probably be the best thing to do. Blacklist that. The problem with this is you have to refill the coal. That means it's not a 100% automated process. Get some honey and see if it'll pull into it. You give me your honey. Well, looks like it will not pull into a furnace then. Okay. So yeah, we're going to have to use some... I thought that was the case. I've always struggled with trying to get those to work. Machine like. All right, good deal. We're back to where we were. I'll leave those there for now, and I'll film something on those this weekend. Let's see. What else? So, other than that, now we got some time. We can mess around in Rustic a little bit and see if we can make some brew. Let's see here. That's cool. 7 Deadly Sins. I'm not sure if she's mentioned it. On my anime list. Keep track of mangas. Ooh. Ooh. Bear with me a moment. I don't know if she knows about it. Take a photograph. 1 second while I grab my phone camera. Save this so I can tell it to her after the stream because I will forget. Bacon, if you want to shoot me a link on Discord, I'll take a look at it. Without seeing what's on there, it's hard for me to publicly endorse anything. Nothing against it personally. but I would have to check. Shoot it to me on Discord, and I don't mind taking a look. And if so, I'll see what I can do for you. All right. So we've got that up and running. I'll take a quick moment to say, hey, everybody, thanks for coming by and hanging out. Hello, Galaxy. Thank you for coming by the stream tonight. This is one of my late evenings, but if you're here having a good time, please remember to click like. Most importantly, remember to hit that subscribe button, where you can hang out with us on all of our streams and have tons of fun. That's what we do here. That was my nickname in high school. Tons of fun. I can't back that. All right, so clearly, jumping on fruit gives us juice. I mean, I think we all could have seen that coming, right? I mean, that's pretty basic. So that gives us all the different juices. Ale wort. Ale wort. So jumping on honey gives you honey. I mean, that would also make sense. So ale, that's where you've got to put ale to ale wort. Brewing barrel. This is where the fun stuff comes. Make us a brewing barrel. Why not? On the crushing tub. Also my nickname in high school. I've got a million of these because I have no life. All right, so is that the only way to get these? That is going to make it hard to automate, but okay. We'll work on this over here. There's my crushing tub. There's a barrel. Let's see, you want the fluid extraction cable. Those. Work on here. Bump it right in as my tubby self jumps up and down and up and down. Let's look at the juice. So start with iron wine. It almost seems like you have to start with the wine to get the wine. I think, man, let's just start with ironberry juice. Ironberry juice is, ready for it? Jumping on ironberries. I planted an ironwood tree earlier just so I can goes out. Let's see. You said my wife has Instagram. Yes. For my Discord, just go to my website, onlydraven.com. There is a button right near the top of the first page that'll take you right into the Discord. How to get the best sword in Tinkers. I get a lot of questions about best in Tinkers. And for me, I find that a lot of the stuff in Tinkers is very subjective. And by that, I mean, best for one person may not be best for another. I mean, if you're looking for just pure damage, that's easy. I can put something together. But if you're looking for, hey, I want that does best overall, like if you're fighting undead, that's a completely different process. All right, it did not pull any of the juice out, so that's not going to work. So let's see if we can grab a tank. See if it'll pull it into a tank. It will. Okay. See if we can transfer it over here. Fluid cable. Let's grab a stack of those. Case. Went into the cable. It is not going in here. So it is going to require me to do it with a bucket. Yes, my wife has an Instagram. Give me 1 second. I'll give you the name. I know it's horrible that I forget, but she uses a couple different names on a couple different things. Let's see. One moment. Sorry to this, but I'm bear with me a moment. Not showing me. I wish Instagram was a little bit easier to look through. It's like, oh, I can look at my followers, and then are they in there? Maybe I'm spelling it wrong. Oh, I know. She's using the other. Okay. Okay. So her Instagram, and let me just type it in here as well. I'll say it, but I'm going to type it in chat. Her Instagram is Luna Bella 0126. That's her Instagram. And her Twitter. Yeah. This one I'm pretty. Easier way to. Oh, no, it's actually just her name. Okay. So on Twitter, her Twitter handle is... Oh. A moment. Having a moment. All right. That's her Twitter. If anybody wants to follow her, is into anime, wants to throw her some suggestions, I'm sure she'd appreciate having a few people follow her on there. So first one's Instagram, second one is Twitter. Brush her. If you're interested. Different direction. Fair enough. That could be it. Let's stick it on the butt. Now, the fact that it's showing a bucket makes me feel like, and here's the other thing. It's showing a bottle here as well. And that's, we're going to have to do the worst thing in the world. Going to have to get the book. There's a book. Where do you have it? The almanac. Let's see. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you, Christian. All right. So, decorations. Slate. Okay, cool. Agriculture. Production. There we go. Brewing. Fermenting fluids to get alcohol with a brewing barrel. I have one of those. Holds up to 3 fluids. Input, the output, and optionally the starter culture fluid. Oh. Starter culture fluid can only be added to a recipe if it's the same type of fluid as the recipe output. Brewing barrel's interface has 3 tanks for holding these fluids, as well as a slot above and below each tank. Okay. Tank is used for inputting or outputting from each tank by placing either full or empty buckets, bottles inside of them. The barrel will attempt to fill tanks from full fluid containers, empty tanks, empty containers. Result of either interaction. Tank in the middle of the interface is for inputs. The tank on the right is for outputs. Quick look at that. That's for inputs. That's for output. Enough? So, try this. Since it won't pull it in automatically, pop that in. Slap a tank up there. Whoa! Did that turn the tank into a rotary condensator? Huh? That's not even the same mod. I gotta try that again. Hold on a minute. That's not supposed to happen. A tank is easier to make. You could feasibly get a free rotary out of that. Because a rotary has a little bit more requirements than a tank does. That's we may have just found a silly little glitch that doesn't do anything but give you something weird. But I'm tempted to see what it does. Hey, Paul. What up, man? We're making beer and wine and other brews. Up, up. Oh, come on. Squish it. Squishing. Bouncy for this squish. There it is. There's that slappy squish noise. Paul, I added the cabinet. Was it cabinets? Yes, I believe it's cabinets. In the bedroom. Looks very groovy. Yes, I did. Yes, I was actually looking at that. It looks very cool. I like it. Woo, look at that. Iron wine. We've made iron wine. I need bottles. We've made our first wine. Delicious. Let's see. It goes over here. I'll put one in first to see what happens. Bottle of iron wine. That looks delicious. Now we're going to make a tank. See if we can pull it out into a tank. Here. Will not let me put a tank in there. Gotta be bottles. Okay. All right. That's okay. Can't you make automation bucket up liquids? I believe we could. But there may be it depends on whether or not the thing will allow it an automatic input. I can put lots of devices and things that will push buckets to this. It doesn't necessarily mean the box or the barrel will accept them as an input method. Some things require you to be in the menu to place it. So things like automatic users won't work because all they're doing is clicking on the bucket. Some things you have to go into the menu to place. And those ones are a little bit harder to mess with. Did you like the gym, fight club room, or stay with the spooky? I haven't touched it yet. I really like the idea of the fight club. And And a Fight Club / gym, I think, would look very cool. So I was thinking of maybe combining the two of those. All right, so at least we know we've made some bottle of iron wine. I don't think I can empty that, can I? That's okay. We have alcohol, and that's what matters. I need a chest. Save our schloo. I will need this alcohol. All right, easy enough. So let's put a chest for beverages here. Throw that in here. Now, let's see if we can get a free machine again. I'll be damned. Did it again. It converts a tank into a rotary condensator. Wonder if it'll do that with any other tanks. Now we've got a whole nother science project here. Let's see. Tank number 1. What does it do with the tank number 2? A little fluid in it, because I have a feeling it won't work until there's some fluid in it. Any more berries in here? I do. I had 1. Well, that's enough to get it. Oops. Walkout. Big walkout. Right? Let's see. I'm very proud of your wife, and I hope she'll never give up. She's a strong woman. You two look. We do our best. Let's see. Hey, Logan. What's up, man? All right, I'm going to go ahead and put this tank level 2 in here and see what happens. Nothing. Just drained it. Okay, all right. So now, because I'm overly curious, we're going to throw a whole other thing in here. Let's do this and wait for the other one to be empty. Obviously, there's trash cables in the lineup where you have the stair line of bonsai. I think it would. The only thing with the hopper is it'll only put through one item at a time. There's not a way of speeding it up, and I'm afraid the production would go faster than the hopper could move it. Whereas an extraction cable will move a whole stack of 64 at a time. It just processes quicker is the only thing about that. But the hopper's not a bad idea, especially if you only were doing like a 1 up and down and you're just feeding it into the other one. But if you're going to do multiple, I think you probably have to have extraction cable. Yeah, Paul is one of my very first members. He's my first 5 guys. All right. You empty yet? Have you made me all the beer in the world? All the beer. That's most of the beer. Now what? So it won't take anything from this tank at all. Okay. So it has to be a tier 1 tank. Okay, that makes sense. It has to be a tier 1 tank. And a tier 1 tank gets turned into a completely different machine. Or, oh, now it's not doing it at all. In there. Let's try this. Back. So that's too much. It won't do it full. Okay. This one then, see if it'll do it only partially. It will. Okay. So it has to be. Oh, I see why. I think. So this holds 14,000 and the tank can only hold 8,000. So if the container is more than what the machine, the 8,000, it won't be able to process it. I believe so. How do you get cactus? I can do that. Cactus. Easiest way is to buy a cactus seed or buy a cactus right here. The market will sell that for 8 vines, and then just planting a cactus itself will grow into more cactus. I'm not sure cactus seeds. Let me see. Cactus seeds. Those you can get by putting sand on a grindstone. So I've not actually done it that way. Let me see if that works. Grindstone cowboy. Over here. Regular sand. Grindstone. Sand. Yes. So if you don't have a market yet, or you need it earlier than that, you can make them on a grindstone with some sand. And that will make you cactus seeds you can plant in sand as well. Ah! Excellent. Hopefully that helps a little bit. There. Well, welcome, Jace. All right, so let's put that away now. There, we'll worry about it later. I've got more iron wine. Let's put that in our pile of delicious, delicious beverages. That needs to be in there for more beverages. Got three rotary condensers. Ah, man. I want to see if this empties the barrel. I didn't check that one. It does. Okay, so breaking it empties the barrel. Can I pick up the barrel? Cannot pick up the barrel. Won't let you do that. You know. Oh, I'm making all this obsidian. Screw it. All right. So the barrel. Let's see. Should have got you to make the lounge room Australian theme for Australian Day on Tuesday the 26th. Tuesday the 26th is my wife's birthday, actually. Birthday is early. For this coming week. So we're going to be taking her out. We're going to be doing some things on Tuesday. Hopefully have some fun. I can't see, though. What we're looking. Yes. Yeah, the dice is small. You've got the diamond dice, Paul. Yeah, you're at the 1 year. You're at the over the 1 year mark, sir. You, James, Neon. Feel bad, though. These are questions I list. Total time as member. James was first, then Neon, then Gus, then Paul. Then Jack does Disney. Scott Allen, good friend of mine, the guy who played the character of Rafe Firemoon and actually played D&D. And then Moog Courtney. That's 7 people that have been with me 12 months. And then Teresa's been with me 10, as well as AJ Smart. Those 2 are at the 10. They're very close to hitting a year as well. I didn't realize there were so many of you guys. That's awesome. Whoop. Let me grab Ellen's as well. Oh. Pick up that. All right. Condensed and traders. All right, so alcohol. So let's get a little bit deeper into this now. So that was brewing, alcohol, or booze, certain fluids in a brewing barrel. You get powerful effects if used correctly. Interesting. As a quality between 0 and 1, drinking booze with a quality of at least 0.5 will have a positive effect. Drinking booze with a quality below 0.5 will have a negative effect. We need to see what beer does. The strength and duration of either sort is related to the quality of the booze. Require booze from a quality below, it is best to simply dispose of it. No, I don't think so. For convenience, simply place a bottle of booze in a crafting table, return an empty glass bottle. Oh, that's cool. So there's a way of just emptying out your bottle if you don't want it. That's kind of cool. There's always a chance to drink alcohol will inebriate you. It's a debuff, and it cannot be cured with milk. Continuing to drink inebriate can increase the duration and severity of the effect. Inebriation debuff of level 1 or 2 does not. Well, we've got to see how high we can get that. Ale is a very saturating drink, and it applies stomach effect, which increases taken. Oh, that's cool. Is brewed with ale wort, made by combining a water bucket, bread, and sugar in a crafting table. Okay, gotta do that right now. What was that again? Water bucket, bread, and sugar. Water bucket, bread, sugar. Okay. Water bucket, bread, sugar. Bucket of ale wort. Oh, lots of buckets. Okay. Here's ale wort. Can I empty that? Ah, I can. Well, no, it just emptied as a bucket. Let's see. Mob learning. Zombie keys so I can grind glitch heart. Cost ender pearls. Hard time getting ender pearls. Do you have 8 ender pearls? If you have 8 ender pearls, make an end cake, and then you have unlimited access to endermen, and you can just kill them aplenty. build you a little roof that's you fit under that and they don't, and you just stand there and make them angry. You just keep looking at them and they'll come at you and you just whack them and they die. Easiest way to gather a whole bunch of pearls very, very in a short period of time. But it is when we discovered Australia, but we invaded the natives. Well, live in America, my friend. I understand that. Let's see. Okay. All right. So we've got the alewort. So now that I have alewort, which makes me think I'm getting closer to alcohol, which I haven't had anything to drink all week. I'm actually incredibly well behaved. Alewort, which is made by combining oil. I did that right. Cider applies magic resistance. Okay. Iron wine grants the drinker absorption hearts. Okay, so these are the different alcohols by adding the different fruits. Mead gives the witherwort effect. Wildberry. Oh no, these are all the different alcohols. Okay. Consideration of all positive effects by. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So here's my bucket. It went in there. So that did alewort. Do I have to combine it with something else? Seems to be working just fine without it. Yep, that's accurate, Paul. Yeah, 8 ender pearls it is worth it to go to the end. Hey, guys, we're gonna make a real quick pit stop to the end. This is what I do in the end. I will go and I will find like one of these little towers here. Oh wow. Oh, that's right. I fought the dragon. But I'll find one of these little stone towers, and then I'll just bury into the side of it too high. It's obsidian, and nothing can hurt you. So I'll just bumble into the side of this too high, go in 2 or 3 slots, and then just stand here and make Enderman angry. And they'll just come to you, and you stand inside, and you got no problem. Occasionally, just walk outside and look around and attract a few more. If you want, you can stick an item collector behind you because they don't take power, and it'll gather up all the pearls and stuff. That's what I do to get ender pearls early in the game. As soon as I can get 8, I go to the end. Okay. Both the test drives. I know. I was shocked too as well. They were both cool. Let's see. Oh, see how our beer turned out. Ale. Quality 051. That's technically good. Let's see if I can drink it full. Oh. There it is. Took a minute for that one to go through. Full stomach effect. Gimme, 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 gimme. Okay, a couple more here. Let's get some more of this going and see if alewort. So it's really the water is the big thing. You could very easily automate. Well, I shouldn't say easily. You could automate it. Let's see. And there's the Ender Dragon. Yeah, you have to summon him. The Ender Dragon's not there normally. You have to actually summon him each one. All right, so I've got a bottle of iron wine already. I just drank that one, so I need to get. This may work. It's not going to because I did that. I always forget that it won't pull buckets out correctly to manually load them into the rack. Oh, maybe not. Oh, it's grabbing the ones I had. Have at least one to get the recipe started. Huh? All your buckets available. It's full. Get the brewing. Oh, there it is. Oh, recipes. Excellent. Didn't think about clicking on that. Ale, alewort. Alewort gives ale. Apple juice gives cider. Ironberry juice gives wine. Honey gives mead. Wildberry juice gives wildberry wine. Wildberry wine. Grape juice gives regular wine. Well, that's. All right, Paul. Ooh, long shift, sir. Wishing you the very best. Rankin, I'm going to hang on. Bottle of iron. Order. No wart. Buckets. That and that. We're gonna make so much alcohol. Once we get that going, we'll need the other juices. I am in need of juices. We will need grapes. Do I have any grapes? Not have any grapes. Grapes cannot be empty. You cannot. Ooh, that is going to slow down things. I got to grow grapes. Grown a grape. Today I worked all day, so I worked an 11-hour shift of getting yelled at by people. So overall, not bad. I got something in the mail that I really like. Check this out. Got myself a little pin. Correct. Well, there we go. Dungeon Master. Got that little pin. And I got a chocolate mold. That's little kitty paw prints. Gonna get some chocolate, make some little chocolate paw prints. And I got myself a piping bag for icing for cakes with several tips. My mom owned a bakery for years. My mom was very, very good at that. Since she's passed, I kind of wanted to do a little bit of decorating myself. I know how to do it. I don't have the art skill that she did, but I know the process of doing it. And I thought I might see if I could get a little bit of skill into my hands enough that I could do it for Christmas and family things. Last thing I got, this here, is a new little shot glass. But as you can see, it's dented inside. So it's a little bit less than a shot, but when it's in the glass, it fills it out so it's a skull. It looks like a floating skull of beverage in the shot glass. Hi there, Patches. Patches has been feeling better. Ooh, she's a stinky kitty, but she feels better. Can't keep her from being stinky. Ugh. Okay. Check our beverage. Look at all that bottle of ale. Oh, more bottle of ale. Thank you. Excellent. So we now have bottle of ale. We've made some schloo. Now need to make. What about wild berry? Do I have any of that? Okay, how does one get wild berry? From a wild berry book. All right. I have some of those. Yes, I need to plant a wild berry. Unexpected. Chicken, what are you doing out of the farm? Come here, you. Get in here. So yeah, oh yeah, for those of you who weren't here earlier, I'm going to make a food court. I'm working on that now. I'm going to have different restaurants selling different foods. One of the reasons why I'm making the alcohol, I'm going to have a place that sells beer. I'm going to have, I think, 5 restaurants total. 2 here, and then 3 along here. And then this path will lead on to other things down the road. I'm going to make a little food court. This is just I may move some of these things around, change some of the colors. It's just a start. This is going to be McDraven's. They're going to sell things like burgers and stuff. I'm going to have a pizza place that's going to do all the pizzas, pastas, and Italian food. Alcohol beverage place. I think there's enough Mexican food to do a Mexican one, and then I may just have everything else kind of. It's just, I entertain myself with these. I meant to plant these. Bone meals work on these. Do you give me berries? Oh, good Lord. Well, that's interesting. I did not know that would happen. Not only does it give you more berries, it grows more bushes. Very interesting. All you have to do is go to the Lost Cities. I think it's Lost Cities, or did I get these from Twilight Forest? I think I got them from Lost Cities. I know you can get them from Lost Cities. I think you can get them from Twilight Forest as well. All right, that is not too shabby. These aren't all going to stay here long, just for this stream. I'll bring them back and probably make a little spot over here in the corner of them, just so we have them. I think these might be a cool little thing. See, I thought about putting a zombie or something, or some type of passive, because there's a door there. As long as they can't climb out, that's the only thing. What I'm thinking about doing is putting like glass panes here, So it's kind of like you're talking through the glass. If it looks okay, and it would keep them from getting out. I can pacify them so they're not going to try to eat anybody or attack or break anything, but I'd want them to stay in there. That's the only thing with that. We're going to give it a shot. After I get it all built and I find the design. All right, need a tank. I keep making them, but can I just get them out of here? I can. Ah! Wild berries. Prepare to be squished. Squoosh, squoosh, squoosh. Yeah, I think I might put a different creature in each one. At first, I was going to get some of the human models. I thought I might have a breakfast place and capture one of the Waffle Kings and put him in there. Because it just, I think, you know, there's the Waffle King. I think it's one of the player models. I thought it was kind of cool. All right, there we go. So that should give us wild berry juice. Now, some of that we're going to put back in here to wine up. And I think that's where I need to have alewort and some of those juice to make both. So that's what we're going to try. Once this finishes, I'm going to try putting alewort and one or two of these juices in here, see if it makes the next level of alcohol. So, apple juice makes cider. See, it's almost like you can use it or you don't have to. I'm not going to try the alewort. I'm just going to try apple juice. We'll see. Hey, Callum, what's up? Oh, that's going to take a minute. I don't know. Oh, what am I thinking? This will work. Watch. Although I think it's be close enough to be affected by that there. Okay, well, might have helped. Hard to tell. All right, so I've got some of these. So that's wild berry wine. That in there. So we've got wild berry wine. So what's the next recipe? I need all the liquors. Iron wine, I got mead. Mead. Oh, and the actual thing that shows me the recipes. Ale, cider, iron wine. Those are the three that I've got. Oh, I haven't made cider. I need apples. I need cider. That's what I need. Oh, and I got another rotary. I'm just going to start. I got a pumpkin seed from... Okay, so now I need apples. That I should have. I believe I planted an apple tree. Oh, wow, I'm already at 32,000. Inside my storage, I planted a few of the more generic saplings to prepare for today. Going to see if I can automate some rustic. Oh, yeah, definitely. If you come across, I'm going to try as well. Right now, I want to make one of all the different alcohols. Once I'm done that, I'll see if we can automate some of this. Yeah. Will be cool. I need apple juice. That out. Break that. Put it back down. Another tank. There. I gotta be careful. I gotta make sure I don't fill it too full or it won't work. It's gotta be under 8,000 or less, I believe. I'm gonna try to get it right to 8,000 and see if it'll take that. So my thought here, I mean, this, how to use the brewing table and this stuff is another tutorial potentially. Those folks who may not have been here. Okay, so that works. Why it does a rotary. You don't have to use the tank. I'm sure you could just be pulling it out with a bucket and putting it in there if you wanted to. Do pumpkins grow in Sky Factory 4? They do, yes. Let me run over to old McDraven's farm. See, got some pumpkins and watermelons there. I have, I think, one of nearly every basic crop. I don't have grapes. I'm going to have to start adding some of the grapes and things. Yes, it does work. Where's my tank? Oh, there. It's almost ready to give us some apple juice. Sick mod pack with alcohol. There we go. All right. Oh, did that drain it all completely? Oh, it did. Okay, that's actually really good. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Good. Okay. So that gave me a bottle of cider. So for the regular juices, you could just use a bottle and grab it out of here. So that's pretty cool. All right. So ale we've got, cider we've got now, iron wine I've got. I need mead, which is honey. Hey, didn't we just automate honey? Hang on, I got a stack of it right here. What up, honey? Sugar, sugar. Da, 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 da. Thank. Rush. Where'd my honey go? Oh, I looked. Oh my god, did I throw it in the honey out of here? Oh, that's honey. Man, I lost 64 honey. Throw them down here. Oh. Well, dang it. You've made mead. There's a different mead. There's actually a different mead in game. So if you pull up mead, have mead? No, I want to say I made something different than. That's all food. Drinks were over here. I made beer. The beer is what we made on that. Yeah, because I've never used this thing before. We made the beer. But again, I'm definitely going to have some of that stuff for sale in my fasty food. Oh, I already put it in the tub. Thank you. Thank you, Big Mac. I appreciate that very, very much. When will you play a different game? Well, that's an interesting question. Do you mean a different mod pack or a completely different game from Minecraft? Because, what was it, 2 days ago on Thursday, I played Phasmophobia. I don't do it quite as often as I used to with other games, but I'll be completely honest with you. When it came to the other games that I would put up, like, oh no! I put slightly too much in there. Dang it. Gotta start all over again. When I played games like that, very few people watched them, sadly. Minecraft streams are vastly more popular than the other stuff I do. As for other mod packs, okay. Well, I do, of course, the test drive every morning, right? Every Sunday morning. So that's a chance for me to test a couple of different ones. But I'm thinking that I may jump over to a new mod pack starting next month. Oh, I'm short on Scoosh. I'm thinking about maybe for February doing something slightly different. 1,000? So, yeah, I thought maybe for February I would take a small pause away from this and try something a little different. Haven't decided exactly what yet. And see if people are interested in seeing it. Again, that's kind of what it comes down to. If nobody watches it or comes to the streams, then I'll know that people want me to stay with Sky Factory and not other stuff. Sunday mornings are traditionally when I get to try other stuff. Even when I do Jackbox night, I get about a third of the amount of. Just trying to make sure I make stuff that people enjoy. So let me know, all of you out there, if you would like to see me do other mod packs. If you're watching this now or later, you'd like me to pick one and jump into it for a month or two and see how it goes, I could do that. Or I could alternate. I could do a different mod pack on Mondays than I do on Thursday. Like I could do Sky Factory every Monday. Every Thursday I could do a different mod pack, but still stay with Minecraft. Whatever you guys think. Cook a book. I believe I already did that. I believe I already have all the cookbooks. Bottle of mead. Nice. Nice. All right, so we've got a bottle of mead. What is next? Ale, cider, we did that. Iron wine and mead, yes. Wildberry wine, we've already made that. Oh, great. The grapes are going to be the tough one. We'll come back to that. Ale wort, oh, that's all of them. So grapes are all I need. I hate grapes. I'm trying to remember how you make grapes. I have a grape seed, but I don't think you can just grow a grape. Pretty sure a grape is difficult. Has to pull or something. Let me, maybe not. Let me bone meal and see if I did a tutorial on this. It's just been so long. Okay, I got a stick out of it. Okay, well, it won't let me bone meal the stick. Pines. They have a horizontal rope above them. Grow onto the ropes. Need a rope. Spreads one block outward along the rope, so long as there is rope to grow onto. The other vines will go grapes, as long as there isn't a block directly underneath of them. Rope. Crop stakes. Right? Rope. Have any of those? Did it infiltrate Panda's base? Feed the beast reloaded. I want to say I had a problem with reloaded. Like, I couldn't get it to work for some reason. Now, again, I only use the curse launcher, so if it's on the feed the beast launcher, that may be why. I pretty much only use the stuff. I only do curse launcher. Alright, so there's nothing here that says crop. Let's see what they're talking about. I believe they mean wooden stake. Right? Those. Need to have rope going over it. A lot of room here. Cropland. Let's see. I just messed up my seed, and I'm put it down here one more where I've got a little bit more. That there. Bone meal it. Crop stake there. Crop stake there. Rope. Rope. Now if I... This is where the grape should be. Yep. Now I just got a bone meal there. Okay, there we go. Ed's mod, but that won't work. It's not a Minecraft 1.16. Oh, okay. Appreciate that you're looking into that, Turtle. Thank you. Oh, this is a lot easier to get grapes than I... Yeah, there's been a bunch of cool ones that people have recommended. Oh, no. I love the seed. Heck was in there. That's not good. Well, maybe I just didn't plant anything. Pumpkin grapes. You are extra grape. Give me the honey. Oh, give me the honey. Get in there. Tank. It's empty. It is. Tank. For the memory. So after this, then it's just a matter of making the different fruit juices to have the fruit juices. Maybe I'll build a smoothie stand. You are used to Arna 1.6. No, that's possible. Like I said, it's possible that we won't end up using some of the stuff we want. Work. Did. Out in the grapes. Right. That gives us all of our alcohols. Ale, cider, mead, iron wine, wildberry wine. This will give me just regular wine. Fruit juices. Make by squishing. Grape juice. I'm excited. This is kind of a cool process because, again, this isn't something that I've messed with very much. So I was excited to have the opportunity to kind of dig into odd packs or mods in this pack that I haven't touched much. If you'll allow me, I haven't had dinner yet. I'm going to eat a brownie. Don't judge me. Have you tried automating those super energy drinks that give you buffs? I've not. I've made them. I've not really tried to automate them. And this is just a me thing. This is not factual. Purely my own. But when it comes to automating things like that, I just don't ever need buffs. If you're playing a regular game and you can become an android, you're never going to need anything like that. Get yourself a good set of Supremium armor, throw a few charms on there. Again, you'll never need a buff for anything. There's nothing in the game I can't kill without really not taking any damage at all. Let's look at them, though. What are they called again? From Excel. Excel food. The bucket of the water is going to be the problem. With any form of automation that requires a bucket of... Not impossible, but it's challenging. Because we can check. Let's do this. Excuse me. Water. The other component. Oh, an empty. All right. Here we have a bucket of water. Gives us the recipe. If you put it over here, you don't get the recipe. So if you use something that just automatically puts a bucket in a crafting table, which in itself is challenging, it has to go into the right spot, which makes that a lot harder. Auto crafting, doing auto craft work, but I don't know of a way offhand to move a bucket of water. You could same setup that you did for. To be honest with you, it's one of those things where the amount of work that you put into it isn't going to be worth the return. So, I mean, same thing I do for obsidian. Puts the bucket in, you'd just be putting it into an auto crafter instead. Use with that, it's how do you get the buckets back in? It's done. Excuse me. You have to be able to pull the buckets back out again. Because the auto crafter is going to use the water, but it's going to leave the bucket there. So you have to have a way of pulling the bucket out. It has to be different than pulling out the end product. And for what little it gives you, I'm not sure that it's worth the effort. Because speed and haste, generation for 30 seconds, stealth energy drink gives speed, night vision, invisibility, fire resistance. Majority of those you could actually put via regular potions, which are easier to make and automate. Or most of the charms that can go into Supremium armor give you that, or you can just enchant different armor. If you have it permanently, buffs. Took too big a bite, 1 minute. But in no way am I trying to dissuade you from trying, don't get me wrong. I'm just, again, my concern is the amount of work that you do to make that. I'm not sure the buffs would do this much. Now, you jump in, you start messing with a potion brewer, start mass producing potions of whatever you want, which again is pretty easy to put together. Potion brewer will let you make all sorts of cool potions. Go ahead and make one of these. I don't think I can. Oh, I can. I probably need power. Yeah. So by putting in the different materials you want here and providing it with infinite water, you straight up can just make almost any type of potion you want very, very quickly. You can, and it'll make, as long as it's got power, water, and those items that you want, because you can lock in the recipe you want. Come in, pause it, change the recipe, so on and so forth. All right, hello, buddy. Your midnight kingdom. I think that if you're looking for a steady supply of good buffs, you might want to consider the potion brewer instead. Just because, again, it's so easy to use once you pick your recipe. Set it on that type of potion, and then as long as it's got glass bottles coming into it, you are good to go. Didn't know about it? Oh, yeah, it's very cool. I want to say I did a tutorial on that. 99% sure I did. Let me check. There you go. There's a link to a tutorial that I did on how to use the potion brewer. Again, it's not real hard. Probably wouldn't even need one, but in case you did, there's a resource you may find help. Yeah, love the potion brewer. Very, very cool. Is she vacuuming? No, she's... Are you hearing a noise that sounds like vacuuming? Nope, she's upstairs right now, sitting in her bedroom. Oh, yes, she's sitting in her bedroom. Her bedroom's right above me, so I can hear her. You're very welcome, Big Mac. And I love that name. Good call. I'm surprised you got Big Mac. I understand there's another name at the end, but that's still very cool. You hear a very high-pitched noise. I don't hear. Does anybody else hear a high-pitched noise? I'd be intrigued to know if I'm picking something up. Midnight, are you making a high-pitched noise with your chubby butt? Says that he is not, but I can't know if we can trust him. Coming from your iPad, your house. Okay. Intriguing. Maybe the connection or something. I apologize, Turtle. I hope that your enjoyment is not destroyed. It paused when you paused the video. Interesting. It might be something through YouTube. Hey, have yourself a good night, Eisen. Thank you for coming by. Might be picking up a false signal, but is everybody hearing it?
Can you hear me?
Oh, I couldn't resist. Yeah, because I don't have any type of noise here. I will look into that after the stream and see if I can get that fixed for tomorrow. I apologize. I was not hearing anything. Okay. All right, so we have successfully made brew. Whoa, in an elevator. We've made the beverages, the fruits, the alcohols. We are in alcohol production. We have automated crystallized amber, which for some reason is clogged. Ow, that's my fault. Hold on. Let me do this. Forgot to lock it. That's a step I'll have to remember to put in the tutorial. If you don't lock the recipe, it'll just start filling it up and messing. That's my... Now that I've locked the recipe, it'll be... Okay. So that's good. We've automated wax. But that's cool. Now that we have done that, do you still hear the noise now? That would be my question. Now that I have moved away from that area, do you still hear it? If not, it may be picking up something. It stopped. Okay. So, hang on a second. I'm willing to bet it's this thing. Now I'm going to move away from it. Okay. So, yeah, it does make a minor hum for the energized smelter. Cool deal. Okay. So nothing's broken then. I was worried there for a minute. You guys scared the hell out of me. Alrighty. Good sauce. So we have McDraven's. We should classify the food. We need to have food. So I've got cupboards so we can put the food in. And then I'm going to put little menus up here. Right? Because you got to have menus at a restaurant. This McDraven's. And then I can figure out how many restaurants we need. Because I think it would be groovy to have an interest. Somebody else recommended the food court. I apologize. I don't remember who. But somebody recommended it on a previous stream. It's been floating in the back of my head as a kick-ass idea. So... we're going to base this on the XL mod, even though there's food from other mods. Let's see. What do we want? So things that are ingredients, I'm not going to sell. I'm not going to sell strawberries. If it's not food, I'm not interested. That's not food. That's food seeds. So I could very easily have a breakfast place. Is there enough breakfast? Eggs, pancakes, waffles. Not sure there's enough breakfast things to have just a breakfast. Although there are donuts. Crescent rolls, sugar donut, chocolate donut, vanilla. I have all the donuts. There's a mod called Good Night Sleep that lets you dreams as a separate dimension. I think that'd be hard to do that one on a server for sure, because not. Lasagna. So I'm thinking, like, the McDraven's is going to have all of your hamburgers, your hot dogs, your chicken sandwiches, things of that nature, right? I've got pizza, tacos. Maybe I could do like a half Mexican, half Italian place. So I have like tacos, burritos, spaghetti, enchiladas, lasagna. All of those things could be together. I could have a breakfast / pastry place. So I could have my breakfast stuff with all my cupcakes and things. So the implicate cakes and pies. There's a lot of food there that would be doable. Chocolate. The soups and salads, I could probably have those together. That would probably work. I'm not sure where the flesh is going to. Probably McDraven's. I mean, it just makes. Is that the energized smelter? Yes. I'm using the energized smelter, which is a good place to start. If you wanted to run like way more of these in, you could just definitely jump to an advanced smelting factory. But I can't think of reason in the world why you'd need more wax than this. Again, the wax is almost useless. It's really just for a couple of candles. Oh, the noise. Yes, the noise is from that. Good platformer. All right, Turtle. That sounds cool. So, yes, I'm thinking this sounds good. So we're going to do... McDraven's will have all your burgery joint kind of things. That's where you'll get your... I'll have the fried chicken in there and the wings. All those things you consider classic American junk food. Soups and sandwiches. That's where I could have grilled cheese sandwiches, BLT. Maybe that's where I'll put the chicken sandwich. I could do soups, salads, and sandwiches. See, I'm trying to think of one where I can make a funky joke based on a restaurant names, like McDraven's. You know what I mean? How do you use the decrafter thing? If you're what I'm talking about, let's see. So if you're talking about this, the uncrafting grinder, yeah, it's actually easy. You just put stuff in there. I'll give you an example. Let me go in here and I will grab brick. Something pretty easy. Let's see if it'll take apart stone bricks. So if I put a stone brick in here, then I click this, you'll see down here it says recipe found. That means that's something that can be taken apart. Doesn't always mean it's going to take it apart the way you think, but it turned into 2 brick slabs. I put that in there, click it again. Not enough items to satisfy recipe, which means I need more than 2 of those to take it apart. If you have, what is it? Let's just say something more complicated. Not all things can be taken apart. Let's see if we can find something a little bit more complicated. All right, let's try an exchanging gadget. That in there, hit it. It'll say no recipe found. So if it says no recipe found, then that item, and usually half the time the mod that it comes from are items that you cannot take back apart again. So it's just a matter of loading items in there. If it is an item that can't turn into anything, it'll just kick it into here as well. So you can automate items coming into here and then automate items coming back out as well. So it just, with the knowledge that some of the things that go in here are just going to come back out in the same way that they were designed. I do have a tutorial on the uncrafting grinder. I'm almost... covers a little bit more of the steps on it for those people who may want it. Check. Promised myself I was going to start. There you go. There is the link to the tutorial on the uncrafting grinder if you'd like to see a little bit more of the specific information on it. I want to say I cover how to build it and such as well. It's actually not too hard to use once you just kind of start throwing stuff in there. And it can be kind of useful. Question about D&D? No, you can throw it in there. I don't mind. Is it about the... Let me rephrase. If it's about playing D&D, the answer is probably I don't know yet, because I haven't put a whole lot into that. Everything else has been kind of taking up space on that right now, other than Merge Worlds. If it's a Merge Worlds question, feel free to throw it at me. I'll definitely address that anytime you guys get Merge Worlds question. I love when you guys ask me. Okay, so I got that. So I need to see. So McDraven's, right? We said we got a Mexican place. Yeah, feel free to throw it at me, right? So I want to have like funny names for this stuff. So I'm trying to think of what is a restaurant that sells things that would a funny name for a place that sells soups, salads, and sandwiches. Like I'm thinking something involving the word hippie. Like hippie grubs or something like that. If you like that, tell me. If not, throw me some other suggestions. Hi, do you prefer applied or simple? I prefer simple storage drastically more. I don't like applied at all. I'll give you my reason for that. The reason that I prefer simple storage more is that the amount of work and effort that you put into applied, in my opinion, doesn't value what you get from it. So what applied energetics really does with that storage mod is it gives you the ability to mass craft things very quickly and in large numbers. The thing is I never need anything in large quantity so the amount of materials that I have to put into building a system to make 1 million of something I'm never going to need 1 million of, I could have done a simple storage version of that and had all I needed done well before I even have an AE system built. Simple storage, again, does not require any type of power. And it's going to overall take up less space. When you look at an AE system and the drives and how much they can hold, how many items per drive, you can also hook AE to a filing system. And I always say if you're going to use AE, hook it to filing cabinets instead of the drives, because the filing cabinets per block, you can have 8 different things in there and they will hold hundreds of millions of each thing. You're just going to, and it's a file folder is 5 pieces of sugarcane versus what does it take to make a huge quantity drive to hold something. So these are the reasons that I prefer simple, but I always recommend that everybody build both at least once and try it. Some people prefer them. Some people like AE and it's just going to be more beneficial for them. Totally jump on it. A lot of people like it. I recommend trying it. There you go. Yeah, again, the amount that each folder holds is basically limitless. I've never filled one. And I've played ungodly amounts of hours on the same world before. I've never filled the file folder. And again, it takes, for a filing cabinet itself, is a little bit of iron and a chest. And then for the files, it's just some sugarcane. So you can have a filing system. As soon as you get quartz, you have a simple storage system. You have everything you need at that point. Iron and quartz are really the 2 things you need a lot of, need some of to get going. And I can have a full up and running simple storage system before most of the time you're going to have all the components you even need to make the most basic of an AE. So most people start with simple and then go to AE. I feel that's just so much extra work at that point to go to a system to automate millions of things you're just never going to need millions of. Yeah, some people like that. Some people are like, I've got 5 million mulch. That's awesome. You're never going to use mulch. That. A lot of the mod packs I've been playing, the only good storage is ME. No, and I agree. And don't get me wrong. For what it is, it's not bad. I mean, it's better than just using chests. I said it before, I'd rather use chests. But to be honest with you, it's much better than that. Or crates or anything of that nature. I'm a big fan of refined storage, which was in Sky Factory 3. Loved refined storage. I probably liked it the best, to be honest with you. And it's a mixture between the two, but it's closer to ME in the fact that it uses drives and storage things. But making the drives is so much easier. It's much like making something for storage. So it's a little bit more complicated than simple, but not as complicated as AE, and you get a good mix, really, of what it can do in the middle. But rarely do I come across one that has that. Sadly, I love refined storage. I'd love to see a new version of that or an update to add on to that, because refined has so much potential in there. And I bit my lip during all that. That's how passionate I am about it. And again, I should say thank you all for coming by and hanging out with me tonight. I know it is late in the evening. Saturday nights are the late streams, but I appreciate you coming by. If you're having a good time, be sure to click like, but most importantly, hit subscribe and smack the hell out of that little bell symbol so that way you can get notified whenever we stream or have videos. We also have an active Discord channel. We'd love to have you in there. A lot of knowledgeable people chatting about Minecraft and other stuff. You get access to my Discord, just go to onlydraven.com. There's a button right at the top of the homepage. Click on that, take you right inside. We would love to have you. We also have a membership program on this channel, much like a Twitch subscription, only cheaper, and you get way more stuff. For $2.99 a month, you get access to our members-only Minecraft servers, members-only streams. Anybody you've seen with a green or blue font popping up as their name, those are members as well. The blue ones are also moderators. The little D&D dice after it, custom emojis, discounts on the ODG store. I do have a store on my website that sells merch, as well as more stuff that I'm forgetting right now. But there's a whole mess of stuff that comes with that. If you're interested in finding out more about a membership, just go ahead and click the join button on my channel. That doesn't sign you up. It just takes you in and shows you what all comes with it. We would love to have you be a member of the Draven's Dragons membership program. So there's my commercial for that. Try to say it at least once or twice a night so people know that it's out there. All right. Hello, Rob. I bit my lip. Oh, that hurts. All right, so let's start building. So the hippies, I like the thought of doing something hippie. I think for a hippie place, greens and browns would be a good color combination. What did I just do? Oh, no, hang on a second. Oh, hang on. I know what I did. This will take a second. Somehow I accidentally turned on full screen again. I hate that. There we go. We're back. All right. Sorry about that. I know midnight. It's crazy that greens. What do we got? I'd want something block, like green terracotta. I think green terracotta would be. I think I have all the green terracotta. I have. That wouldn't be bad. What do we got for grays or browns? I'm thinking earthy is kind of what I'm going with here. Maybe brown terracotta. It doesn't really have any depth to it, though. If I'm going to use the green, which is smooth, I feel the brown should have some type of texture to it. Maybe a brown concrete. That might not be bad. Take a look at concrete. I think all the colors of concrete in here, because I use concrete a lot. I love concrete. Concrete is such an underused part of Minecraft, because concrete, you move faster. You put concrete down, your speed increases. Some people don't know this. So this, black and white concrete. Okay, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to turn off my speed charm. This is regular speed. This is me walking. Now watch when I go on here. It almost gives you running speed without running. You can see the definite slow to speed increase. And again, same thing, if you are running on it, you go even faster. So concrete is awesome for that fact, if nothing else. I recommend using it whenever you want. All right, so I'm going to need a chisel. Keep throwing the chisel away. We want to give texture to our brown. Let's see. The brown will be our primary color. Green will be our accents. We've got brown, small disordered tiles. Or we got maybe some cracked bricks. Might not be too bad. Let's check out with small disordered tiles, if we like that. That looks kind of earthy. I mean, that would be the primary thing. Okay, so that's one option. And then the other one that I saw that I thought might look good was cracked tile. So you guys tell me, which one of these do you think is a more interesting looking block, texture-wise? One of these with a smooth green breaking it up for highlights. What are your thoughts? What are your musings? Tell me what's in your brain. This one over here, the disordered tiles. The right one. Okay, it's 2 for the right. All right. It does kind of remind me of a delicious little chocolate. Well, everybody's saying the right. Okay, well, there we go then. Easy enough. Problem solved. Thank you very much. You guys are doing. Oh, Teresa jumped in. That's the one person to pick the other one. Oh my goodness. I almost feel like Teresa likes to wait to see what everybody else picks just to mess with me. Oh my goodness. I don't even remember what I was using. What was that? All disorder. The messed up of unorganized hippiness. Disorder. Correct. I knew it. All right, well, we're going to put the... I'm not sure that's going to be far enough back. May need to build this like this. So I'm going to keep them all about the same size. It's should be a 6x6 square, right? Yeah, 6x6 square. So I'm going to put that. I'm not saying that's going to stay that color. I'm going to build it all out of brown, and then I'm going to change the highlights to make it differently. 6. That's going to be our outer wall. Basically, I'm making a food court. Someone had recommended a food court would look cool, and I always listen to my community. So went ahead and we're building a food court. This one's going to be the hippie restaurant. It's going to sell soups and salads and sandwiches. It only has 4 in there. Uh-oh. 6. Why do I have more in here? No, I've got 4 spaces. Okay, I'm just sounds like your friend's name. Oh. Delicious chocolate earthy wall. I almost should have made this the bakery now that I think of it. Just kidding. You guys have to think up something. I'm gonna have a bakery too. I'm gonna put the bakery next to the I should have put the McDraven's that sells all the burgers and hot dogs next to the hippie place. I just feel that would be humorous. All right, let's see here. It's a long one, but here we go. All right, Brad. If you'd rather not type it here, you can direct message me on the Discord as well. It's whatever you prefer. I'm not saying you shouldn't post it here. I'm just giving you options. There. Okay. There's that. I did 4 there, not. Oop. Right. That one probably no. I would have people roll original characters. Oh well. Happy congratulations. Is it? Uh-oh. Oh, woo! Lagged for a second. I thought I was getting kicked out. That was about to freak me out. All right, so we've got that. This, I'm not sure. This one may be where I make the bakery. I use castle brick for this because I've never got to use castle brick much. And man, does it ever lag when you try to break castle brick? It is not fun. So for this one, we've got the brown in here. Now I want to put in some earth tone. So I may do it kind of like I did with the McDravens and make the front counter green. At least, oh, I know I can make these. Looks like that's the front counter. I like that. I like that. I don't want them all to be identical. I'm going to change them. I'm going to do some decorations and stuff on some of them. I'm going to put a big, I'm going to try to put like an MD on here maybe. It just depends on how big it looks. I'm thinking something like that. That adds a little bit of texture to the roof. Makes it seem a little different. And then I could do... When was the maze added? I added the maze, I'll say a week and a half ago. The maze is the second half of the spooky forest. When you get to the end of the spooky forest, it gives you access to the maze, and then there will be things hidden in the maze. I do this, and a lot of you guys, again, look at this stuff. It's like, wow, that's a lot of work for stuff no one's ever going to see except on your stream. But that's wrong. Make the back wall pattern. I do like the idea of the... Some of this is going to be hidden by like cooking things and stuff anyways, but what do we think of that? Excuse me. Because again, I'm going to put a fridge and stuff in here. It's going to add different colors, and some of this is going to be hidden behind counters and things. Because I got the different food stuffs to put. Each one's going to have kind of... he says we're going to... Excellent. All right, good deal. So now we need the food stuff. To the kitchen. Kitchen. I'll need kitchen counters, kitchen corner, kitchen cabinet. Oh, I forgot there's kitchen floor block. I'll use that somewhere else, but I'll find a place. This out of the way, get this out of the way. That. What did I not? Now I'm going to need fridge. And then I'm going to need stove. I feel like it's not stove, it's oven. I feel like I'm missing a block and I'm not finding it. What is that from? Cooking for blockhead. Try that real quick. I'm missing... I mean, there's toasters and things. Oh, I will need to grab the kitchen. I've already got the kitchen. Got those three. Oh, sink. That's the other one I'm missing. Oh, and cooking table. I haven't used the cooking table yet. That's the other one I'm missing. Sink and table. Okay. Grab some of those. Sink and table. Excellent. Expensive restaurant at a food court? Well, this is the hippie restaurant. I wouldn't really call that fancy. I can put this little cooking table here. Then we'll put a little bit of counter here. Put a fridge in the corner. Nobody puts fridge in the corner. I can't help it. Make this same joke. I have no. Since I have a cooking table, I don't think I'm going to give them a regular oven. I think listen, I've worked in too many restaurants that I'm not going to give somebody a sink. Every place needs a sink. You are nasty. Nasty. Expensive restaurant at a food. Oh, with the block. Oh yeah, do another one. Yeah. Well, here's one thing I thought about. I thought about having a food court and then having a fancy restaurant kind of like over here next to it. So having like a food court or the fancy schmancy place. Although the fancy thing I was going to do off camera and surprise everybody, but maybe I'll leave it on here and get your guys' opinion on it. Excuse me. Now these bricks here, I'm obviously going to fill these in, but I'm going to have to extend the floor out in between the different food courts. So that's why I'm leaving that a little bit blank right now. Okay. So that's our hippie restaurant. I'm fine with that. Yeah, names we can come up with a little bit later. I can work on. So after our hippie restaurant, all right, so we've got, this sells all of the regular Americana stuff. That's McDraven's. This is going to be my bakery. Bakery, I think. Am I going to put anything else with the bakery? I think so. So the bakery is going to have all my cupcakes, my pies, my cakes. I think that there's enough baked goods that I should just have that be its own place. So that's going to be the bakery over here. The hippie place is going to be my soups, sandwiches, and salads. Or maybe just soups and salads, and I'll put the sandwich stuff. There's not a lot of breakfast stuff. Like the breakfast sandwich. So I'm going to have an Italian and Mexican place. I guess I just call it international place. Ice cream will be in the bakery, as well as the chocolate, the s'mores. Pumpkin stew, that'll go in the hippie place. Caramel apple That'll go in the bakery, roasted marshmallow bakery, Oreo cookie bakery, Twinkie bakery, a brownie, all that stuff. I need to have a drink place that handles all my liquors and wines and beverages. So I have to have a drink. So I need a drink place and I need an international place. When does this stream end? We got about 29 more minutes. I stream till midnight my time, which is Eastern Standard Time. I currently at 11:31. And then we're back again tomorrow morning at, let's see, 9 a.m. We'll be doing the test drive. So in the test drive, we'll jump on that. And 2 mod packs. One of them is going to be roguelike. I think it's roguelike Dragons and Adventures and Dragons. The other one, I'm not sure yet. I'm going to decide after the stream. I'm going to load up 2 of them and see which one looks a bit more interesting. That'll be in the morning. And then tomorrow afternoon is Merge Worlds, second week. Continuing down to the next level of Corman. Hopefully some of you are following the Merge World stuff and enjoying it. I think... I didn't put any cupboards up here. That's what I'm missing. I knew I was missing something. I don't have any. Is it cupboards? Cabinet. Kitchen cabinets. There. I'm gonna have 2 in this one. I'm trying to make them a little different. Drakery Bakery. All right. So let me see. I've got an international place. Bakery's already done. So I got an international place, a drink place. Those are the 2. So let's do an international place. An international place. It's going to have to be, this is where we're going to have anything that is our Italian or Mexican, pizza, tacos. So I need a name that would go well with that. Again, just looking for suggestions. I'm decide on something a little bit after they're all built, but we'll take a look. I already know that's McDraven's. Nothing's going to change. Because it's next to McDraven's farm. It just makes sense. Where all the meat comes from. All right, let's get rid of these. So I already did have some cabinets. Groovy. Still up. Had to chime in Buffy's Muffins. Buffy's Muffins! That's super cute. I'm not going to... Okay, I'm going to throw this at you guys. Now, some of you who are older will get the joke I'm about to make. Okay? Muttley, perfect time. I'm about to throw a joke out here that's not overwhelmingly appropriate, but I always thought was hilarious. I've always wanted to see a restaurant called Yeast Confections. Hopefully some of you got it. As a bakery. You know what I mean? Or bread place. You know what I mean? I just think that would be really amusing. But Buffy's Muffins is really cute. I may have to say that. Hello, Patches. You're cute too. Cute too. Oh no, I'm definitely going to use Buffy's Muffins. It's way better. The other one is just a humorous restaurant. Patches, you're stepping on the mouse. Look out, baby. I got kitties all over the place because it's getting close to bedtime and they're wondering why I'm still up. It'd be funny to find one in real life, but I wouldn't put it in here. Buffy's Muffins is hilarious. And I'm going to, I mean, like cute and hilarious. I'm going to totally use that. But Yeast Confections, I just think that'd be a funny name. Okay. Oh, kitty. Patches is sitting on my mouse wire and every time she scoots her butt, it's pulling the mouse around. Okay. So... we need an international place. So for international, again, I'm thinking Italian, Mexican. I feel like I should do something orange because a lot of times that's a color that you'll see in a lot of restaurants of those themes. Something that they both have in common that I find a lot, especially in Mexican style restaurants. There's lots of reds and oranges. In Italian, I find a lot of reds, oranges, and yellows. So, yeah, so I was thinking red and orange I've already got a red and yellow, I know, but I was thinking maybe like a red and orange. I could do it a little bit bigger. Oh, you know what I could do? What if I did one that was bigger and have half of it look like one thing, half of it look like the other? So like half of it's Italian. I mean, there's going to be stuff in there that's not just Italian and Mexican. Like there's other stuff in here it's going to have. I think there's, let's see. So it's going to have, let's see. No. Baguette, that's French. I know I could put that in the bakery, and I might. So breakfast. So spaghetti, enchilada, lasagna. I don't even know what a jambon boyer is, but that's going in there. Ham will go in McDraven's. Bacon, beef jerky. What else have we got? Burgers will go in McDraven's. Sausage roll, pizza. Yeah, definitely pizza, tortilla, tacos, burritos, kebab. That'll go in there. That looks like most of it. So it's mostly Italian and Mexican. I'll definitely throw us crescent rolls. For. Let's see. Is there ice creams? Yes, there is. So I've got the ice creams. I figured the ice creams, pies, cakes, and cupcakes would go in the bakery with the donuts. I'm thinking as well. A huge mall than a different food place. Well, I thought about doing a mall, but then I was like, well, that's way more work than I wanted to do. Somebody had recommended food court. I thought it was a cool idea. I'm going to have it like this, and then I'm going to have one or two more right here. But I want to have a spot here where you can then walk on and continue on to more stuff. Kind of like over here, when you go to the Haunted Forest, I built it where you can continue on and we can build more things. I don't want to block myself in, right? Whoop. Ooh, almost ran off. I don't want to block myself in. I want to make sure that here I have a path that I can walk off and do other stuff. 30 minutes left. That is correct. So what if we did one that was half red, half orange, and we would need a third color that's going to be mixed with both, like red and yellow, orange and yellow. That's a lot of bright colors. I'm just throwing that out there as an example. I'll go take a shower, but I wouldn't make it back. Oh, Turtle, I appreciate you staying stinky to hang out with me. Appreciate that. I bit the heck out of my lip today. Ow, still bleeding. I was just very passionate. So let's go in here and see what we've got to look at. So let's grab some concrete. Orange, yellow. What color would go good with? Orange, yellow. I could do green or black. I mean, that's... Oh, no, we said red, not yellow. What am I doing? Red. I'm looking at different colors here. Rustic automation. Best of luck to you, my friend. Oh, this path is concrete. Yeah, this is all concrete down here. I agree 100%. I like to... Concrete just has a very smooth texture to it that I like a lot. It's very seamless. The blocks go together. I like that about it a lot. I feel like, I don't know, maybe we need a darker color in here. Like these are all very bright. Blue won't work. Blue and purple would be a good color combo for something else. Oh, a path on the on the server. I'm sorry, I missed. But I'm using white and black on the floor. I guess. See, we've already used green. I mean, I could do gray. We could do powder. Red, green, and white. Right, but I'm also mixing in Italy, and I don't remember what theirs colors. I think the black in theirs. I am going to, instead of, we're going to do this a little different. I'm going to grab powder. Well, yeah, it's not going to rain. Hopefully. So red, orange, yellow. Yeah, it does. Okay, never mind. It was an idea. Ugh, I can't handle the sound of it anyways. It's bugging me too much. Can't mess with it. Ugh. Cannot handle the sound of sand. So we're going to go back to red, orange, yellow, and I'm thinking maybe some light gray to give it a little bit more of an earthy tone to it, kind of something to think it off. So we're going to start with one side's red, one side's orange, yellow and gray will be in both. Knows about the other nether cake? I'm not sure what you mean by knows about the other nether cake, but I'm aware of the thing itself, yes. Red, red. And again, we'll break some of it to 3, 4. So I'm already going, I'm going to make this one 8 wide instead of just the 6. And then after red, we're going to do orange for the other side. Six. It is. So that's okay, but I need some texture in here. That's way too much smoothness. So let's do a mixture of both. So let me go back to concrete again. I'm going to grab red and orange a second step. This one, I'm going to go ahead and chisel so we can do a mixture of smooth and something else. So red and what else would be? Let's do feathered bricks. That looks a little bit, ooh. French, that's international. And then for orange, we'll do a different design. Orange will do ornate. Okay. Going for real this time. Excited. All right. Hopefully we'll see you there. Have yourself a good night. Smooth. Yeah, I'm going to break this up with other colors. 100% decide. This side, this. Wanted to stand out. I was looking for something that was a little bit more so, I mean, I wanted the textures to definitely jump out as different, and I think that works. I just think that the back here should be. I'm okay with the front counter and the side walls being smooth, but I think the back wall should be the same design. I can't get the recipes for rustic. Are you trying at rustic? Okay, so is that the same size? The red side feels bigger to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I poop. Okay, hang on. Thanks for made. Fixable. You put it without the dot? Yeah, I'm not having any issues with that. Let me try it again. Yeah, at rust. I just put rust in. Pulls it up. Apologize, I'm not sure what could be causing that. Right. Smooth orange. Counter. All right, excellent. Dyphon Sphere Project. Well, that sounds confusing. Don't even know what that is. Now you're just making up words. You're messing with my emotions. I have an idea. Oh yeah, we all know I'm horrible for caps. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on. Sorry about that. I have one cat that likes to try to climb up on my refrigerator to get to the cat treat. He's a chubby boy named Midnight. Right? I think that's a good floor. I'm happy with that floor. It has a little bit of both in there. Right? I think I'll extend the text. I like the text more. Front counters. Do I need to do? I almost feel like I don't want to use the other colors. I'm almost just happy with how this looks like this. I almost think I don't need to mix much of another color in there. You know what I mean? Like I like that a lot. It does feel like it needs a little something. Not sure if like. Looks a little bit too chaotic. Nope, I don't like it. Here you go. Concrete also breaks real easy. When I want it broken. I'll have to put some more thought into that. I feel like I need something. Let's get the cooking stuff in there. Maybe that'll help break up the color. That awful instead of chaotic. A little something like that. Thinking I'm going to do here. I have a fridge on each side. That's going to be the starting place. Going to be kind of mirrors of each other, but not exactly. We put that there. This place gets a cook table instead. Let's see. Counter here. There. Corner counter. Spot. Counter. Everybody gets a sink. Because everybody loves a sink. Well, say hello to your mom for me, Rob. Appreciate both her and you coming by and hanging out tonight. Hello, Rob's mom. Hopefully you're having a good weekend, man. That up there. There. Ooh, no. I'm pleased, yes. Because I'm going to add other things in here as well. Like there's going to be tool racks with different cooking utensils. Some of the places will have a toasters and things, the bakeries. I'm going to put little doors like this on the insides of here so you can get into the place. Yeah, I'm just not sure. I'm going to do something to the top of this. I just haven't decided what. Let's get rid of the texture. What if we did this instead? That's a little something. We'll start with that. My laugh so hard. Also want a cookie. Excellent thing. Delicious. Most delicious. So I'm a little shop area in my base on the server, so I had the challenge of finding a currency that can't be automated or that only I can produce. You might see where I'm going. There's actually a currency that only I can produce. Myself and the moderators. If you guys wanted to have an economy on the server, I don't care to introduce an actual currency from creative that myself and the moderators would have access to, and it would be there'd be a specific amount of them on the server. So gathering them or selling or trading and things of that nature would be interesting. In that situation, that now my head's racing, because now in my head I'm like, patents. If somebody comes up with an idea to patent a specific process, and they come to me and they're like, hey, I found a way to automate something or other, I would like to do that. You like that? I like the way that looks. Now, the little thing on top helps. What mods are on the server? I might join the membership so I can join. What mods are on the server? It's Sky Factory 4. So it's a traditional Sky Factory 4 mod right now. There is a currency in the game. I'm going to show you guys real quick. Going to creative. So in creative, there is this. Well, I didn't take it out. Hang on. Sometimes it doesn't come up under the name. I forget it. There are actually some different coins that exist in the game. And while I've played in creative, I've put them in hidden places, kind of like a Mario coin. And there's a couple of different coins. Unfortunately, I don't think they're called coin. See, all these things here, the dots, and these are notches and strips. I wish we had access to those. I like terracotta pillars. I would kill to have access to some of the stuff you have in creative, purely for, that's why when I'm building on the server and I build like Let's Plays and games for the community, I do it all in creative so I can use fun stuff like that. So everybody has the enjoyment of getting to see that cool stuff they normally couldn't. Let me see. Well, yeah, creative is how I do most everything when I'm not on here. I want to know how to get these bottles. Oh, that's an elixir. See, I want elixirs. See, all these here, like the pumpkin covers. These are awesome because it puts something on, like I'm going to show you. I talked about this the other day for decorating purposes. Being able to hang these things, you can't do it here, but you can hang them on walls and put them on things, and they're just very cool. Oh no, my spot. But yeah, there's a lot of really awesome stuff that you can build with. These stained glass panels are basically cool windows. There's just a mess of things in here that we normally don't get to mess with. I wish they were accessible. All of these covers and such, there's so much nice. Ooh, what's that? Well, I don't think I've ever messed with bronze. Pretty pattern. Always looking for new things to build with. I'll know them when we get there. I apologize. The one thing about creative is half the stuff that we can't access in the game, you can't search for. You have to actually go through the list and find it. I'll be honest with you, I don't remember the name, and it may not be called coin. It may be called something else, and that's the thing. Since I don't know the name, and look at that. See how these cool thin bookshelves would look on a wall? Look how cool that is. So again, cable facade, which means it just hangs out on the wall. It doesn't take up as much space. I'm over halfway done, guys. I apologize. This is what we're going to be doing to finish up the day. I'm going to find these coins. Wish I remember what they were called. I used them on the last server when I was building Let's Play. Ooh, miner's ring. What about that? This is also a fun way for me to scroll through and find things to do tutorials on. Oh, I didn't realize. Silver cables can't hang. Right. That's what I'm saying. It's a thin way to hide cables. Yeah, I mean there's stuff like the facade, but that does other things. Moonworm. I don't know if I've seen a moonworm in Sky Factory. I don't think you can get that. Could be wrong. Ooh, fiery metal. Some of this stuff is the Twilight Forest mod stuff that we just don't have access to unless we're in creative. But I like to build games. And that's actually, I spent a little time on the server cleaning out what's going to be my home area so I can get something small building up there so I can start moving towards building some. Because that's my big goal. To build some games that we can play as a community. And sometimes I think that might be something we'll do on stream. I'll just say, hey guys, who's available to jump on tonight? And members can pop on and we will potentially stream some stuff. I don't know if, I'll be honest, I don't think anyone else would be using webcams or microphones because, again, I live in a world where I have to be very careful. But they would at least be able to jump in and play and see. We're getting near the bottom now. We should be... Ooh, hunting dimension frame. Look how cool the hunting dimension frames are. I'm going to build something with that. Okay, challenges you can win those. Right, I could, and what I figured that I might do is I could build a bank. And as new people join the server, I would add a certain amount of, everybody would get a certain amount of currency to start. And then there could be a currency where people want specific things. Oh, hold on. Maximus! Dude, thank you so much. That is awesome. Thank you so much for joining up. That is the beast. Okay, so Maximus, if you are not on our Discord channel yet, highly recommend joining it. Go to onlydraven.com, button at the top, click on in there. Ooh, look at that, pure trilithium. If once you get in there, if your name there is different than it is here, just let us know, shoot a message to myself or one of the mods, and we will go ahead and make sure you get bumped up to members status there as well. Very cool. Thank you very much, Maximus. Yay, that puts us back up to 74. Very cool. It's... If they may have taken them out in the last update, which will frustrate me. But there are other things that I can pull out of creative. So we could even, this is me, I could even have, you could be able to buy things from mods or myself using currency. Say you wanted something like a specific block, like something that would be cool for decorating purposes. You could buy that with the currency. You're like, hey, I would like to have this one cool block for decoration. And we'll say, okay, cool. You can have like a stack for every coin or 5 stacks. Or we'd make it where you got a bunch of it for it. Again, just a way of controlling economy. Don't want to blow out of proportion. And special events and contests and things could also, like you said, be a way for me to introduce more coins into the economy. Off each other. Because what I can do is I can also give rewards like out of creative and things that people can't normally get a hold of. And that would, you could even buy and sell those. So it looks like they took them out. There were a set of coins. There was a gold, a silver, and a platinum. And they're not in here anymore. I'm very sad by that because I was definitely going to use those. Cyclic Guidebook. Never seen that book, I'm afraid. Unless somehow I passed them. They're not here. That makes me overwhelmingly sad. They had a lot of potential. I planned on using them in one way or another. But let's see. Yeah, these trilithium crystals look kind of cool. And that kind of looks like a gem. It'd be like a rupees, like in Zelda kind of thing, you know? Like these are something Matter Overdrive. I don't think you can make them. I'm going to check here in a moment just to see if there's a recipe. It would have to be something that can't be produced, that only mods or myself would have the ability to pull out of creative. Right, exactly. Yeah, it has to be something that doesn't have a craftable function. It would have to be something that only we could pull out of creative. I mean, I would keep track of how many of them were in the economy at any given time. So that way, you know, somehow some mysteriously appear, we can make arrangements. Monks. Those are funny. Give some of it doesn't do anything. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. Dragon eggs. Although anybody can summon a dragon. Yeah, that's possible. People could also use them to buy things. We could have you know what we could do? We could have a store that once a week we put up a couple of different items for a different currency that are something pulled maybe out of creative or something that's really hard to get. And people can use their currency to buy those. Like one of the mod, we could jump in, we could craft something really like a weapon or a tool or an armor, pull something out that's hard to get a hold of or you can't get anymore within creative. We could have a store where you could go and any moderator or myself, you just have to snag us when we're online. You're shooting me a message. I mean, 9 times out of 10, I can log on for a minute and you can buy that item. And we'd have a select amount of them for sale. So you'd have to decide, okay, do I want to use my coins on that or do I not? And I am the type of person that I feel that every week or every month that you're a member, you should get a couple of coins or a couple of something every month, like an allowance or a paycheck. So that way, even those folks who don't get a chance to play or don't have the time to jump into the different games and such like we try to do, it would give them an opportunity to still have some currency and still get to participate. So everybody, for each month, when you get a month, you get another coin. It would also, we can even do it for each month. You'd get an amount of coins equal to the amount of months you've been a member. I'd look into that and see what we could do. Automatically gives you the item when you give it the right number of coins. I don't know, man. I kind of want to be there to see you get it. But I totally could put a bell there. Desk bell. Jingle my bells. But yeah, that may be what I work on first. When I get into there, I may build one of the store things like I was talking about. I may build that in. That's what my area might be. I might, instead of me building a big fancy house, I might build store, a bank, things of that nature. Things that's like a central city that people could come to do their shopping. I could build a market space. So if somebody has goods they want to sell, they could bring them there. And if I remember correctly, it might be a way to lock things so other people can't get them. There's a lot of different things we can mess with that, I promise. This whole opens up a whole new idea for me. So we're looking for pure trilithium crystal. See if that has a recipe, because I'm thinking that looks cool. Pure trilithium crystal. There is no recipe for a pure trilithium crystal. Matter Overdrive Legacy Edition. Don't even think that's possible. I saw that, Muse. I'd be interested to see that. The next stream for this is going to be Monday night. If you get a chance to come on by, or if you want to shoot me a message directly on the Discord of the design, I'd love to put it together, and maybe we could throw it together here on stream Monday and see how it looks. I'd like to see it. How do I get on the Sky Factory 4 server? In the Discord channel, there'll be, as a member, you'll have access to a channel called Member Server. There is a pinned message at the top that has the IP address on there. So you just go in there and it'll give you access to it. A pawn shop. That's also a very interesting idea, Rob. Where if you have items you don't want, you may want to sell them. That's another idea. I could feasibly, once a week, say, here's an item I'm looking to buy. The first 2 or 3 people to bring me that item, this is what I will pay you for. Maybe not first or second or third. It would be something special. I'd have to do something so that those people who don't get on as often would still have an opportunity to do it. And I also might look into occasionally doing games or such where I could hide them. I like the idea of that. Oh, am I 4 minutes over? Something stackable. That's a very good idea. Let me see if trilithium crystals work. Trilithium. Yep, trilithium crystals will stack to 64. I'm thinking trilithium crystals. I may choose a couple of different things so they have different values. You know what I mean? Like a trilithium crystal is worth 1, but I could have something that's worth 5, something that's worth 10, so on and so forth. I wouldn't want too many. You know what I mean? I might do like a 1, a 5, a 10, and 100. On the off chance somebody gets that high. And that's what we would do at the bank. Moderators could swap that out. Any of us could come in there and swap those out. How much is the currency worth? Well, again, it would be our own currency, so we would have to look into it. But yeah, I'll look into a little bit more on that myself here this week, and I'll see if I can put something together soon that will be really cool for folks. Okay. Totally going to have that at all my stores. All right, cool deal. Got the Pipe Master 2000. All right, I've been holding on too long. All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming by and hanging out. This has been a really cool, the server thing. We came up with some really cool ideas at the end. Got a couple of things processed and automated. We also got the beer. We learned how to make all the alcohols and stuff. Yeah. bunch of different things. How would we earn it? Well, for the currency, everybody who's a member would once a month. If you're a member, I would basically give you you get something like an allowance. It may be just a couple, but it'll get you started. I'm going to build Let's Plays and games and things that we'll have competitions on. Some of them will be streamed, some of them will not. People who can win them on there. There may also be different quests, scavenger hunts, things of that nature that I could. I'd rather stay away from the heads. It's just a little bit too easy to get, though. I'd rather stick with things that can only be pulled out of Creed. But things that you could buy, potentially, monster eggs. Interesting. All right, I'm going to let this slide. Tomorrow morning, well, not that morning, this morning. In 9 hours, I'll be back for some more test drive, doing some different mod packs. Come by and check that out. Tomorrow night's my Dungeons & Dragons Merge World stream at 8 p.m. Eastern. Would love to have you come in there for that. I love that. And then on top of that, we have, let's see. If you enjoyed this, click like, be sure to subscribe. Join our Discord channel. Go to onlydraven.com. Check out the website. There may be some stuff that you like. We had a member, and I owe you a shot. I owe you a shot for our new member today. I'm going to do that on the stream Monday night. Since it was at the end, I didn't want to drink it and waste it. So 9 a.m. Eastern Standard. Yes, I'll be back. I'll have one of these set up here very soon. Give me about 30 minutes, and there'll be a thing up there you can click, follow, and notify. All right. Thanks for coming by, guys. I had a really fun time tonight, and I look forward to hanging out with you all again. Good deal. Everybody, have yourself a great night. Thanks for coming by.